When you retire, should you keep your 401k or should you move it to a different type of investment vehicle? That's what we're going to talk about today. And so we often get people who come to us when they retire and they go, what do I do now? I've worked hard for the last 30 or 40 years and I'm now at a point where I'm ready to call it quits. And so when that happens, your income goes like a cliff and it falls off, and now you're responsible to create your own bridge moving forward. And so we're going to talk about 3 ways today of why you probably want to look at moving your 401k to an IRA specifically and see, hey, why is that beneficial for you, ultimately to make sure that you can live that retirement that you want so you're not making any mistakes along the way. So the first reason why it could make sense to move that 401k is you're going to have more investment options in something like an IRA. So for example, most 401ks, they only have about 5 to 20 investment options within that. And all those investment options range from conservative to aggressive, which is good to match your risk tolerance. The question becomes, are they going to be the best vehicle for you moving forward? For example, in the past, we had someone came and saw us, and they were invested 100% in what we call a stable value fund. And that returned about 3% for them during that phase. We're able to show them, hey, what if we can move it to X investment, and now you can get a 5% rate of return? Would that be valuable for you? So just understand, you may be able to get better type of investments on the open marketplace, where with an IRA, you have hundreds and thousands of investment options that may be able to better suit you in this retirement phase. Remember, a 401k is built for accumulation. You are now in the distribution phase, coming in retirement, and maybe time to start looking at different investment plans than what got you here may not get you to where you want to go. So that's point number 1. The second point to consider is professional management, professional planning, right? So if you move your money from a 401k to an IRA, let's say that you wanted to work with a financial professional who can help you try to move the needle a bit to improve your situation. Well, if you do that and they manage that IRA for you, well, my point number one, they're going to be able to help you with that. So maybe you're overwhelmed and thinking, oh, wow, there's thousands of options. I don't even know what to do. I like the simplicity of the 401k. Well, now you can have the simplicity of working with a professional who's a fiduciary, acting in your best interest to make sure you're making those right decisions. But the second piece to it is investments is only one piece of the pie. So at Peak Retirement Planning, we believe that there's 5 pillars in retirement that are extremely important to plan for. If you're just planning for one, which is investment management, you may not be getting all the value, right? We've got to think of things like tax planning, estate planning, healthcare planning, income planning. All of these combined make up that retirement plan that we need when coming down that mountain. So that's the thing to consider is maybe moving it to an IRA, you get the professional help, the professional investment management from that advisor, but maybe you get much more. And maybe your fee that you're paying them can ultimately become valuable, right? Because we always say to people, fees are only an issue in the absence of value. So if they're able to move the needle for you, that could make sense, my point number 2, of getting that professional help for you. We often joke with people when they ask us what our fees are. We say, yep, this is what it is fee-wise, but my question to you is, what is the cost if you do nothing? Because right now you're not doing these strategies. Right now you don't know advanced strategies to move the needle. What if you don't do anything? What's the cost? And so that's how we try to educate clients, say, hey, it's not about how much you pay, it's what you get, right? So if you're paying a lot of fees to your advisor right now, but they're delivering a higher level of service, that may be worth it, right? I'm not saying that that's fair to you. You know, they should be charging an adequate fee there, but just something to consider for fun. So moving on to the third point here of why it makes sense to move your 401k to an IRA when you retire is for tax planning purposes. And we're going to talk about one specific strategy that you probably cannot do in your 401k. And this strategy is called a Roth conversion. You've probably heard me do some videos on this in the past. And so when you look at your 401k, you may not be able to do a Roth conversion. A lot of people who come and see us do not have that availability within their plan. So in order to do this Roth conversion, they need to take the 401k and move it to an IRA and then move it to the Roth IRA to do that Roth conversion. So that's something else to consider. So those are the 3 things that we see most of why people are looking to move their investments, their 401k, over to us when they retire. And so for you, you got to make the decision on what you feel is best for you. Even if you are not looking for a financial planner, I believe it can still make sense to move the money from the 401k to an IRA for those investment options, but also the Roth conversion option. But if you are looking for an advisor, it's going to make all the sense in the world in my mind, because you're going to get all the value, all of those 5 pillars to make sure you're making the right decision. So hopefully this video was helpful for you today as you plan for retirement. We're going to keep videos like this rolling for you retirees and pre-retirees. So go ahead and like and subscribe to our video. By the way, my name is Joe Schmitz. I'm the owner of Peak Retirement Planning, and what we do all day is serve retirees and pre-retirees. We have a boutique firm, which means that we serve a specific niche of clients, and so we don't work with everyone like most financial firms. We really try to target a specific crowd so we can deliver a higher level services than most people out there. So hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.